Then you can bounce over to a one-off, and it's the same kind of setup, right? One-off and packages. These are very, very, very similar. It's just organized a little bit different. So let's say your customer is like, well, we just want a bunch of content. We want to get it now. We don't want to spread it out over 6 months. We don't really need consistent content pumping out. We're doing a huge product launch, and we really need a bunch of walkthrough videos. We really need a bunch of brand story videos. We really need a bunch of like intro to our company videos. This is where this kind of comes in. And, maybe they just want to do a one-off at first. You can show them what that costs, and then you can show them what, a 5-pack or a 10-pack of those shoots might cost. And I have a bunch of, this is insane right here. What was I doing? I was doing some kind of editing just for video editing, just for remote work. So this would, like, how am I going to do 46 shoots? Okay, so here's what we're thinking. All right, you know what? This company needs me to come in and do customer testimonials, right? We're going to have, 2 days where we have customers coming in and they're going to talk about their experiences. So like a package of those would be, okay, we're going to do, like, we could do 3 customer testimonials, and we could do 6, short form 2 each, or 9 short form 3 each, and a bunch of still photos. And, that's what the package is going to be, right? So we're packaging a bunch of things together for them, these testimonials, these long testimonials with these short clips so that they can use those for social, and then a bunch of stills that they can use for other things, for their, their review photos and things like that. So they're going to get a lot of value out of these customer testimonials. Let's say it's over one. So the way this works is, it's how many of these packages, okay, we're doing a testimonial package, would you want to shoot? Okay, so this isn't insanity. We're setting up, and we're shooting 3 interviews, and we're shooting some shorts. And, I think that doing 8 per month would be great. If you could book 8 of these shoots per month, you'd be in really great shape. The max number you could do would probably be more like 3, 6, maybe 12. Okay. What's your editing going to be? I don't know. Editing is per day. Per day is important, because the reason we're packaging these together in packs is because we're gonna be able to save the client on some of these expenses by bundling them together. Okay, so a package of 3 customer testimonial videos, right? Like, that would normally, your crew might be something like $300 for that, right? Maybe we have a first assistant and second assistant on there, or somebody running, or maybe maybe your crew is $900. We could put editing per day. So we're shooting these 3 testimonials and these 9 shorts. What's it going to cost to edit that? Cost another $50. Again, up to you. Say it's $50 to get everybody over to the site. It's in town, but whatever. And then we're using a $450 kit, miscellaneous and expendables. I don't know. We're getting the crew coffee or whatever, on the days that we're shooting. Cost basis, again, is based on this 88 that we had in our business info tab. So then we come up here, and so we would say, all right, guys, a one-off shoot to shoot these is going to be about $3,000. And that's a reasonable price, I think. And so that means that you're, really cranking out, really doing the work, really booking the clients, shooting your 8 per 3,000, about $3,100, then you're making your salary, right? If you're doing more than that, then you're doing more. If you're thinking like, well, ideally I'd just shoot 4 of them. Okay, that changes your number. your high number, that's your ideal number, to like 43 versus what was it before? 31. So yeah, that's a big difference. You can get away with charging this much, then you should do it. And then you don't have to work as much. So that's great. That's kind of what we're all shooting for. And you want your value to really point to that number. You know, your customer is going to get these testimonials, these 3 really great testimonials that they can use in some kind of a case study later on. But where the real value is going to come in, if they book this, and you can say, look, you know, like you want us to come in for a day and shoot these 3 customer testimonials. Well, if you have more customers, or if you have other things that we're shooting, you know, we can bundle these together and shoot them over to, we can get the crew together and shoot them, you know, instead of doing 1, what if we did 3 of them? Okay. And we shot them over to, shot 3 over one day instead, right? So I'm going to give you a 15% discount if we book a bunch of these together, right? So then 3-pack is only costing them about $6 versus a 1 at $35. And that's a significant savings for them. That 15% is really going to help. And what the calculator does is it shares the crew. Okay. So the crew, you're hiring the crew for a day. So boom, there we are. We're just going to get these 3 done a day. And you're editing, you know, that might go up a little bit. So that's something that I might need to work on actually, because 550 editing is probably going to be a little. Then if they're kind of thinking about that, but they're really on the fence, then you can kind of come in here and say, yeah, sure. If you have a lot more stuff for us to shoot, then we can bump this up and we could do 6 instead. And that's going to save you another 10% or so. 10%. And that's going to take 2 days. And so what this does is it doubles up on your business, it doubles up on the expenses per day because it's 2 days, but they're not having to pay it 6 times. And that starts to kind of look appealing to a client who really wants to get a bunch of content shot all at once because they're launching something or they're putting something together. And then you can kind of come down here and say, okay, great. They're going to go for it. They're going to give me $1,200, $330. We're going to shoot over 2 days. Here's what that's going to look like. Breakdown. 330. And then another thing that's here, if you really want to kind of balance out your estimate a little bit, is you can put your expense markup. This isn't going to change the price at all, but let's say you mark up your expenses 15%. This takes your real expenses, marks them up 15% so that it just balances out your sheet a little bit more. And then, expense markup just means that you're paying yourself to source these expenses, these things. So it takes you time and energy, and, it takes you time and energy to crew up and to quit and to, run to the rental house, those phone calls, and do that research. So that's what but it doesn't change your bottom line and the estimate. It just changes how it looks in the final breakdown.